So we believe Jesus is the messenger of God.
So there's no Jesus.
You will not believe it. A foreign woman entered a mosque and did something forbidden in front of the worshippers. But what happened next left everyone speechless. A divine miracle unfolded before their very eyes. Glory be to Allah, the most merciful, the all-knowing. If you are a Muslim, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can see how many Muslims are watching. Remember, the one who guides others to goodness receives the same reward as the one who does it. Our story begins in the heart of a peaceful Arab city, a place where the call to prayer echoes 5 times a day through streets filled with faith and tradition. The story's main character was a foreign woman named Emily, a European traveler known for her confidence, independence, and curiosity. She had visited many countries, exploring cultures and religions, but she had never truly encountered Islam before. Emily was adventurous by nature. Her social media accounts were full of photos from her trips, beaches, mountains, temples, festivals, and she loved to share her experiences with her followers. One day, while scrolling online, she joined a global travel community where she met an Arab woman named Leila. They quickly became friends. Leila was warm, polite, and open-minded. She often shared photos of her city, golden deserts, modern buildings, and beautiful mosques glowing under the evening sky. Something about those pictures fascinated Emily. She couldn't understand how a religion could be so deeply woven into everyday life. Leila once wrote to her, "Our faith is not only in the mosque, Emily. It's in our hearts, our homes, our work, our words, and our silence." Those words stayed with her. Months later, Emily decided to visit Leila's country, more out of curiosity than belief. When her plane landed, she was amazed. The skyline shimmered in the sun, the streets were clean, and everywhere she looked, she saw respect. Men lowering their gaze, women dressed modestly, and people smiling politely. "This place feels so calm," she told Leila at the airport. "Even the air feels different." Leila laughed softly. "It's the air of remembrance, my friend." People here remember Allah throughout the day. For the next few days, Leila became her guide. They visited museums, beaches, and markets. Emily bought traditional clothes and tried Arabic food. Yet what fascinated her most was how, no matter where they were, people would suddenly stop everything when the call to prayer began. Shopkeepers closed their stores, taxi drivers parked their cars, and families walked toward the mosque. The sound of the adhan echoed through the air like poetry. One afternoon, as the sun was setting, Emily heard the adhan for Maghrib. She stood on a balcony overlooking the city, the sky glowing orange and purple. The muezzin's voice filled the horizon. "What does he say?" she asked. Leila translated softly, "Come to prayer, come to success." Emily closed her eyes for a moment. Something about those words touched her, but her heart still carried pride and disbelief. "It's beautiful," she admitted, "but how can someone pray 5 times every single day? Don't people get tired?" Leila smiled. "You get tired of breathing?" Emily frowned. "No. Then how can you get tired of connecting with the one who gave you breath?" That answer silenced her. The next morning, while Leila was at work, Emily decided to explore the old city on her own. The narrow streets were lined with sandstone walls, fountains, and small shops selling dates and perfumes. As she turned a corner, she came face to face with a magnificent mosque, towering minarets, intricate carvings, and a courtyard paved with marble that reflected the sunlight. She stood there in awe. Through the open gate, she could see hundreds of worshippers forming straight rows, men in white garments, women in graceful abayas. Their movements were perfectly synchronized, standing, bowing, prostrating, like waves of devotion rising and falling in harmony. The Imam's recitation floated through the air, calm yet powerful. Emily's heart raced. She had never seen anything like it. "How can they all move together like that?" she whispered. "It's like their souls are connected." After the prayer ended, she noticed how people greeted one another with peace. "Assalamu alaikum," their faces full of serenity. She watched silently, not realizing that this moment would change her life forever. That evening, she told Leila everything. "They didn't even look up," she exclaimed. "I walked near the gate, but no one noticed me." Not one man turned his head. "Is that normal?" Leila nodded. When a Muslim prays, the world disappears. He stands before Allah alone. In that moment, nothing else exists. Emily laughed, half in disbelief. "That can't be true." "You mean if I walked right inside, they wouldn't look?" Leila frowned. "You shouldn't test that. It's a sacred place. Entering without permission or proper dress is not allowed." But Emily's curiosity had already turned into stubborn pride. That night, she could not sleep. Her mind replayed the scene, the calm faces, the echoing recitation, the stillness that filled the air. "They think they can ignore me?" she thought bitterly. "Let's see how strong their focus really is." The next day, she dressed carefully. A bright outfit, perfume, hair loose, makeup perfect, and waited for the call to prayer. When she heard the adhan for Dur echoing from the minaret, she walked briskly to the same mosque. Her heart pounded with a strange mix of excitement and guilt. At the entrance, she removed her shoes, mimicking what others did. A cool breeze brushed against her face. The mosque's marble floor shimmered under the sunlight. She stepped inside. Rows of men and women stood silently, facing the Qibla. The Imam began, "Allahu Akbar." Emily moved quietly closer. The sound of her heels echoed faintly, but no one turned. The worshippers were lost in devotion. She frowned. "Seriously? Not even one glance?" she whispered. As they bowed, she coughed loudly. Still no reaction. She sighed and dropped her handbag on purpose. The sound echoed across the hall, but the worshippers remained still. Their faces were peaceful, untouched by her presence. Something inside her shifted. For the first time, she felt invisible. A strange pressure grew in her chest, not anger, but confusion. "Why can't they see me?" she thought. "Why do I feel so small?" When the Imam began reciting verses of the Quran, the rhythm of his voice filled the mosque like a heartbeat. The words, though foreign to her, vibrated deep within her soul. Her body trembled. She felt warmth spreading through her heart, then tears filling her eyes. She stumbled backward, overwhelmed. She had come to test their faith, yet it was her own heart being tested. She suddenly wanted to leave, but couldn't move. It felt as though an invisible force held her in place, not to harm her, but to make her listen. The congregation moved into sujud, the position of full prostration, and the Imam's voice softened. Emily's knees grew weak. For the first time in her life, she felt the presence of something greater than herself. Her arrogance melted like ice under the sun. When the prayer ended, she stood trembling. The worshippers rose calmly, greeting one another with peace, unaware of the storm raging inside her. Then the Imam turned and noticed her standing near the back. "My daughter," he said gently in Arabic, then repeated in English, "Peace be upon you. Are you all right?" She blinked, tears streaming down. I don't know. I came here because I wanted to see what would happen. I thought I could distract them." The Imam smiled kindly. "And did you succeed?" She shook her head. "No, they didn't even notice me. It's like I didn't exist." He nodded. "That is the power of prayer. When a believer stands before his Lord, the world disappears. The eyes close to creation and open only to the Creator. She frowned. But how? How can you ignore everything, even me? The Imam looked at her softly. Because we see not with our eyes, but with our hearts. And the heart that sees Allah has no time for the world. Emily's voice broke. I don't believe in your God, she whispered. The Imam did not argue. Instead, he recited, Indeed, in the remembrance of Allah, do hearts find rest. The words echoed through the mosque. Emily's chest tightened, her breath quickened. What did you say? It means peace, true peace, is found only in remembering Allah. Tears streamed down her face. That's exactly what I felt, she said quietly. For a few seconds during the prayer, I felt peace. I haven't felt that in years. The Imam gestured for her to sit. Leila, who had entered the mosque looking for her friend, joined them quietly. The Imam began explaining the meaning of faith, that life is a test, that the soul was created to know its Creator, and that every heart yearns to return to Him. He spoke of mercy, forgiveness, and love. Emily listened, every word sinking deeper. The more she heard, the more she wept. Can I pray like them? She asked. The Imam nodded. Yes, but you must first purify yourself. That is called wudu. And you must cover for modesty before Allah. Leila helped her make ablution. The cold water on her face felt like a rebirth. She put on a simple scarf that Leila lent her. Her reflection in the mirror startled her, not because of the scarf, but because of the calmness in her eyes. Back in the prayer hall, the Imam guided her through each step. She raised her hands. Say Allahu Akbar, he instructed. Her voice trembled. Allahu Akbar. In that moment, she felt something indescribable. It was as though her heart had finally spoken its first true word. As she bowed and prostrated, tears poured freely. When she touched her forehead to the ground, she felt warmth, peace, and humility beyond anything she had ever known. When she finished, she turned to the Imam. I felt like I was speaking to someone who already knew me, she said. The Imam smiled. That someone is Allah, the most merciful. He was always waiting for you. Days passed. Emily returned to the mosque often, learning the words of prayer, reading the Quran in translation, and asking endless questions. Each visit deepened her connection. One day, she came to the Imam with tears in her eyes. I'm ready, she said. Ready for what, my daughter? To say what's in my heart, that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. The Imam's face lit up with joy. In front of witnesses, she repeated the Shahada. Her name was changed to Amina. The same mosque she had entered to mock now became her sanctuary. Her story spread throughout the city. Some people said it was divine punishment turned into divine guidance. Others said Allah had chosen her heart for faith. Whatever people said, one thing was certain. She had come to test Islam, but Islam had tested her soul and brought her home. Months later, Amina began wearing hijab with love, not obligation. She prayed daily, her voice trembling with sincerity. She told Leila, every time I prostrate, I remember that day, the day I tried to distract them but found Allah instead. And whenever she saw new travelers visiting the mosque, she would smile and whisper, no one enters the house of Allah except by his invitation. Dear brothers and sisters, this story teaches us that Allah guides whom He wills. A person may live years in disbelief and still be granted faith in a moment. Yet another may pray for 60 years without his prayer being accepted because his heart was never truly present. Abu Huraira, A.R.A., said, A man may pray for 60 years, yet not a single prayer may be accepted from him because he does not perfect his bowing, prostration, or humility. Umar ibn al-Khattab, R.A. said, "A man may live his entire life in Islam and not complete a single proper rak'ah for Allah." Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, R.A. warned that a time would come when people pray, but they will not truly be praying. Imam al-Ghazali, R.A. said, "A man may prostrate thinking he draws closer to Allah, but his heart is attached to the world. That prostration may destroy him instead of saving him." The Prophet ﷺ said, "The coolness of my eyes has been placed in prayer." Have you ever felt that comfort in your prayer? Have you ever longed for the night just to stand before Allah alone? Allah says, "Has not the time come for the hearts of those who believe to be humbled for the remembrance of Allah?" So let this story remind us, true prayer is not in movement, but in presence. It is not in words, but in submission. May Allah accept from us our prayers, our bowing, our prostration, and our sincerity. O Allah, make our prayers the coolness of our eyes and the comfort of our hearts. O Allah, accept our deeds, forgive our shortcomings, and keep our hearts steadfast upon your path. And dear viewers, if this story touched your heart, don't forget to share it so others may be reminded of the power of true prayer and the endless mercy of Allah. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, Subhanallah al-Azim.